What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ryan from Vacation Time with Ryan. I'm out here taking a nature walk, played a little basketball earlier, so I figure I'm gonna give y'all a story time, right? So this story is gonna be about a young lady named Danielle from Santo Domingo. Well, she's not from Santo Domingo. I met her in Santo Domingo, but she's actually from a small city like 2 hours out. I don't remember the name of the city. It's a very small city, right? El Campo. That's where she's from, the Campo, right? And pay attention because a lot of times as YouTubers that have a lot of experience in these countries, we say, you want to find a young lady from the smaller cities, so pay attention. So anyways, here we go, story time. So, okay, cool. I met this young lady. She was living in Santo Domingo. Her sister lived there with her boyfriend, right? So she moved there because she wanted to make some money because she has a child. She has one child. So she moved to Santo Domingo to make some money, but she hasn't been nowhere. This young lady told me she has never even been to a mall. And me, I like stuff like that, right? Most guys do because we like to, show women around and have that first time experiences with them. And they're not very experienced. Typically guys like that. To each his own. That's besides the point. Anyways, this young lady was from the Campo. So cool. All right, so boom. We met. I'm talking to her, right? So we're getting to know each other. We're getting to know each other real good. She seemed pretty cool. Typically I don't normally try to wife up a chick that already has kids, but she only had one kid and she grew up in the Campo. She seemed like an innocent, sweet girl or whatever. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna see what she about. You dig? So we talking, we getting to know each other, right? Now, I'm in Florida getting to know her through video, right? And as I'm getting to know her, first kind of semi-red flag I detected was she posted something on her story that was a little bit revealing. Okay, she posted like she was in like a bikini, but I ain't disqualify her because I felt like it is what it is. Let me get to know her more. She's from the Campo. She probably, whatever. I ain't disqualify her off that. But I paid attention to it. So I said, all right, I'm gonna watch her, right? So, cool. So we talk, we get to know each other. Anytime I call her, she's available, she answers on video. So we're talking on video, we're getting to know each other real good. As we're getting to know each other deep, this girl works 7 days a week, and while she's at work, she can talk on the phone. So we talk on video while she's at work, right? So I had somewhat of a vibe with her, like a good vibe. I'm like, okay, I like this. She works 7 days a week, and check this out. She works 7 days a week, and she told me she'd make $250 a month. Not a week, a month. So I said, wow, $250 a month? So I'm like, dang. I'm thinking in the future, if I really wanted to take her seriously, I could retire her easy, $250 a month. You know what I'm saying? So we talking, we getting to know each other, and we'll ask each other what are things you kind of don't like in a relationship. So I showed my hand a little bit, and I told her I'm not big on girls posting half-naked pictures on social media. From the moment I said that, I noticed, and this is a girl that posts like 5 stories a day. I noticed I ain't see no more stories on her WhatsApp, right? So what does that tell me? She blocked me from seeing her stories on her WhatsApp. Now, she didn't post crazy stuff when I was seeing it, but the one time she did post herself in a bathing suit, right? So after that, she figured, let me block him so he doesn't see my stories. To me, that's a major red flag. No, there's no proof. I can't prove that she blocked me, but in my head, any chick that's pretty, that posts 5 times a day on their story, doesn't just suddenly stop, especially after I said what I said. Common sense, she don't want me to see it because she feel like I'm judging her, but she still want to talk to me and she don't want to turn me off or whatever. So that's a huge red flag to me, because now you're being secretive, but I kind of showed my hand too much by even telling her that, which, you know, I got caught up in conversation. All right, cool. You know, I take that L, but it's still revealing a little bit her true colors, because it's like, why you blocking me, right? Cool. All right, bet. So we still talking or whatever, getting to know each other. So typically before a trip, I line up, you know, different situations. I'm pretty sure y'all do the same, right? But right now, I ain't really looking for a wifey. I'm vibing. But if a chick that's undeniably wifey comes along, I ain't gonna turn down nothing but my collar, you dig? So anyways, I say, all right, that's a red flag. And then that in combination with what I saw her posting in the past, now that's kind of grounds for disqualification. Like, now you can't be wifey, but you could still, like, we could become very, very close, just never wifey, right? So as I'm setting up different plays, right? She was my main play because we talked all day on video. She's from the Campo, you know, she's pretty. Everything was sounding good on paper, except for those two little red flags. Well, now big red flags, right? But I said, I'm still gonna proceed. You can't be wifey, right? That don't mean you can't be important to me, right? So bet. So I get there, right? Mind you, we've been talking a lot every day on video, just talking so much that we ran out of things to talk about, because I have a job where I can talk on the phone and she has a job where she can talk on the phone. So it's like I'm getting paid while we talking and you are too. So, all right, boom. Cool, and I ain't got no smoke with that, right? Or else I wouldn't do it. So, mind you, one of the conversations, let me just give you this real quick. One of the conversations we had, I was very honest, because we say things we don't like. Remember I told you that. But we also said things that we do like while in a relationship. Let me turn around, I'm going too far. So one of the things that I mentioned I do like, I like a lot of intimacy, right? You know what I mean. I'm not gonna say it. It's YouTube, but I like intimacy, right? And she gave me that look, like one of those, like, she raised her eyebrows twice, like, yeah, like me too, right? So I said, ooh, I bet. So I'm like, it's already in the bag. I'm like, all right, it's already in the bag. I'm finna go crazy when I get there, you dig? And I'm always looking for situations where I don't have to pay money, right? Because I think all men are kind of, some of the men them don't mind, but I think if it was up to us, we're not gonna go looking for like P for P, right? We rather regular, right? And me, I'm on a mission where I'm like, I ain't trying to pay nothing. I'm trying to just find good girls and have genuine connections. Because I like not only, you know, doing your thing physically, but hanging out afterwards, you know, can make some content, do some YouTube videos, whatever. So I think it's important for me to build a connection before I get there, right? So we built a pretty solid connection. We'd be on the phone laughing, telling jokes, going in, getting personal, everything, right? So cool. And all the other chicks I lined up, I was just trying to take down. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't gonna be nothing serious, you dig? So I get there now, right? Before I get there, I lined up my homie to pick me up, right? I got a homie that live out there. He cool. She suggested your boy could pick me up and then bring me to the airport, and I'll bring my friend, because I was with my homie. She said, I'll bring my friend, you know, to hang out with your friend. Mind you, my flight is landing 2 a.m. So I'm like, oh, you trying to meet up 2 a.m. and your friend too? I'm like, oh, so what type of timing is they on trying to meet up 2 a.m., you dig? So I said, all right, cool. And then I told my homie, I said, her homegirl trying to come with her at 2 a.m. and she knows nothing about you, you know? They don't even have each other's number. So I'm like, 2 a.m.? What are y'all supposed to be doing? Getting to know each other at 2 a.m.? You dig? So My flight got delayed. Nonetheless, my flight got delayed. I ended up pulling up like at 5 a.m. She was like, it's too late. You know, I don't want to be disrespectful to my auntie leaving the house that late. We'll link up tomorrow. Bet. Next day now comes. We go to Meetup. I'm thinking to myself, like, I got different stuff lined up. But in my head, this is my main go-to for while I'm there, because I've been talking to her. I've been warming her up for a little minute, talking all day on video. So, first red flag. She goes, so I say, here, you know, here's the Airbnb, you know, pull up, da-da-da-da-da. Because listen, when I'm on vacation, bro, and I had a car, by the way, I had a rental car. But when I'm out on vacation, I don't want to spend a lot of time on the road, especially over there. The traffic is crazy. You understand? So I'm like, let me call you an Uber and you just come over to the Airbnb. Like, what's the point of me being in traffic for 45 minutes? I'm on vacation. I'll pay the Uber. So she just kept having like, I don't know, she kept switching up the vibe. I'm like, what's going on with this girl? She acting weird. So she ended up telling me, hey, listen, because she would come out with different suggestions. You want to do this, you want to do that. I'm like, come to the Airbnb and we'll go do XYZ, XYZ. So she ended up confessing for our first time like officially hanging out. I don't want to go to the Airbnb. I think, you know, she's like, I just think it's not appropriate for the first time. I'm like, what? I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to put you in a position where I'm just trying to smash. I'm genuinely trying to say, yo, I got a bunch of restaurants in front of my Airbnb. If you come, we could walk to a restaurant or we could go eat and talk and all that good stuff. She's like, why don't we just go to the mall? And I'm just like, what the? So I'm like, what's going on with this chick? So I'm like, you want to go to the mall because do you need something from the mall? Or she's like, I just don't want to meet at the Airbnb the first time. So I said, all right, bet. I respect it. So I said, all right, look. All right, we're going to meet in front of my Airbnb at this restaurant. We're going to eat. I don't see the difference, but I say, don't worry about the Airbnb. You don't have to. If you don't want to come to it, you don't have to, right? But I said all this energy and stuff we've been talking, like, we gotta see it through, right? All right, bet. So she comes, you know, and I had another play lined up for after her, right? All right, bet. Watch this. So we get there, we eat. She's mad nervous, and if you've been around women before, you can tell when someone is nervous, or humans in general, right? If you've been around people before, you can tell when someone's nervous. She was mad nervous. So I'm like, you don't have to be nervous. Like, it's just me. It's just like on the phone, like, same vibe. Like, I'm complimenting her, telling jokes, you know, little stuff trying to make her laugh. And, you know, she's smiling and all that good stuff. So after a while, I'm like, all right, you don't want to come to the Airbnb, so you're going to go home? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, are you going home or what? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on vacation. I ain't got time to be playing games. So she said, yeah, you know. So I said, all right, bet. I'm going to call you the Uber, right? I called the Uber. The Uber is taking, first of all, we couldn't even get an Uber to accept the ride. It's taking forever. Because where I was staying in Piantini, at that time, the traffic is insane. And we on a one-way road. So it's kind of like, it's just mad annoying. So I'm sitting there like, man, I'm trying to get rid of this chick because I lined up another play. And the other play was on the way now at this point. Because I'm thinking like, you know, I set it out like 3 hours apart. I'm like, this ain't going to take more than 3 hours. We're just going to eat. And she already said she ain't coming back to the Airbnb. So I lined up someone else, someone who will come to the Airbnb, right? So boom. We did the dinner, and I'm like, you know, I'm talking to her like, you good, da-da-da-da. She's like, yeah, you know, she's good. She's a little bit nervous. All right, bet. So now I'm trying to get rid of her. Watch this. My bad. Before I call the Uber, right, I'm like, what's your address or whatever? Oh, I don't know it. I'm like, how you don't know your address? I'm like, what's the address that the Uber picked you up from when you came here? Can't you just put that same address in? She's like, oh, I don't know. Because you know with Uber, you could just drop the PIN. You don't have to type the address. So she was used to dropping the PIN or just the Uber coming wherever she's at. But she doesn't know the actual address. So she's like calling her sister trying to get the address. So she's like wrestling trying to get the address for like 30 minutes. And I'm just like, the other chick's like, yeah, I'm on the way. Other chick like 45 minutes away. So I'm like, if this chick don't leave, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm like, do you wanna wait in the Airbnb, man? It's kinda hot. Cause we sitting in this restaurant, I'm like, it's kinda hot here. And she's like, I'm just like, all right, can you walk to the ATM with me? I need some cash. Because at this point, I'm like, I want to have cash on me in case cash situations come up. She's like, where is it? I'm like, it's right there. Like, what's the issue, right? So she doesn't want to go to the ATM to go get cash, which was insane to me, right? I'm like, this chick is like really, really killing my vibe, you understand? And I got another one on the way. So I'm like, whatever she do, if this chick make the other chick get here, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, that's all I'm thinking. So at this point, I ain't even being all nice and sweet no more. Now she can see that on my face, I'm very annoyed. Mind you, I've been talking to this chick for a while, bro, and she's all nervous and quiet and acting weird, bro. So long story short, finally, the Uber gets there, right? So I'm like, all right, man, take it easy, have a good one. Here's my red flag where I mess up. I should have left it alone right there. But I took myself back into like high school mode, and I'm like, people get nervous. And she told me, she spoke to me, she was like, I was really nervous, da-da-da-da. Mind you, I'm factoring in, she grew up in the campo, not around like big city stuff. She's never been to a restaurant. She told me she's never been to the mall. She's never done none of this stuff. She just came here recently to Santo Domingo and started working, and she works 7 days a week. She has nothing. She doesn't go anywhere, right? So I said, let's be fair and let's understand that she didn't grow up in this lifestyle. She grew up in a lifestyle that even I don't understand, because I grew up in the city. You know what I'm saying? I'm a city cat, like most of us, right? I ain't grew up in no country, right? So I'm like, all right, she's probably a little bit antisocial, shy. Let's give it to her. As long as she's giving me the energy that she still F with me, like, we could probably flip it. Because I told her many times what I'm about. All right, bet. So she hit me up like nothing happened. And I'm like low-key annoyed by her. So I kind of leave her alone for the rest of the day. All right, push forward. Next day, she's hit me up. She wants to hang out and stuff like that. I'm just like, all right, maybe she shook the nerves off. It usually only takes one meet, and then the person kind of shakes the nerves off, you understand? Second time we meet up at the mall, at the Agora Mall, right? My fault, because I'm doing too much to accommodate her, but like I'm already having my fun on the side. I'm already running through stuff on the side, so I'm not tripping. I told myself going in that this is gonna be my main person that I hang out with, right? After I rip through what I ripped through, I'm gonna hang out with her. That was my plan. So boom, she's taking a million years to get to the mall. I'm like, yo, I'm tired, bro. Like, I'm about to go home. You understand? So she just keeps saying, oh, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. I'm like, all right, whatever. She said her sister was taking her to the mall, right? So I didn't have to call her Uber or nothing. And that's another thing I left out. She mentioned a billion times how, no, I don't want no money from you. I'm not with you for no money, da-da-da-da-da. No money, no money. I'm not that type of girl. So I was like, oh, okay. That's another thing I like, right? Nothing about money, right? Finally, she gets to the mall. I didn't know her sister and her sister's boyfriend and their child. I didn't know they were coming out of the car and coming into the mall to hang out with us, right? So she gets there. I was like, and I'm with my homie, and I'm like, wow, this is happening right now, right? So I meet them. I say, okay, cool. She's in the same vibe, same energy. She's acting like a kid, and she's acting like her older sister and her husband or whatever is like the parents or something. Like she's acting all shy, and I'm like, all right, cool. So let's walk around or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, me and my boy, we already ran through the mall. Like we tired already. But she took forever to get there. So I'm like, you hungry? No. So I'm like, is your sister and your sister's husband, are they leaving or are they staying? Are they hanging with us or are they just dropping you off? And are you leaving with me? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, what is happening? I'm sitting in there and she don't speak a lick of English, not a word. So I'm saying to my homeboy, like, bro, what is happening? And my homeboy is reassuring me, like, bro, she's nervous. And my homeboy is like, she's actually cool. I actually like her vibe. She's just nervous. And he's like, I could tell if you break her out of it, she's gonna be a fire person. So I said, all right. All right, I ain't tripping, right? All right, bet. So boom. I say, all right, I say I'm thirsty. Let's go get a drink. Boom, we go get a drink. We sat there. I'm like, is your sister and them still here? And then she said, yeah. So we go back over there. Now the sister's husband is trying to talk to me now when we meet up with them. This man don't speak Spanish. He speaks Dominican. That has to be a language. Dominican? You know how some Dominicans don't speak normal, regular Spanish? Not that some of them literally speak both. They have their Dominican slang and then they speak Spanish regular too. This man couldn't speak Spanish. He could not speak Spanish. So his wife was translating my Spanish into his version of Dominican Spanish. I can't make none of this up, by the way. I can't make it up. So this is crazy, man. So let me try. I'm trying to speed up the story. My bad, y'all. It's just I'm going through it bit by bit. So let me tell you this. We had plans for that night. We was gonna go to the club with my homie and my boy that was with me. And you know, we try to have fun, man. We trying to go and meet some new girls and have a good time. So this cat's like, all right, so what y'all about to do? Do you drink? Da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, I drink. But I'm like, you know, we gotta go back and, you know, handle some stuff. Like, you know, we trying to brush somebody off. Like, yeah, we got some stuff to do. And he's like, well, we could go with you. I'm like, nah. You know, we gotta handle some. Yeah, no. Let's get together and let's drink. I say, it's my boy's birthday, right? He wanna go out and he wanna hit the club, right? Because it's his first time in DR. So at that point, I was like, all right, for sure they're gonna leave us alone. They're like, oh, we'll come. I said, oh boy. So my homeboy looked at me and he told my homeboy, he said, I got a girl for you. So we say, oh. So I said, okay, that's probably good, you know, cause my homie, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was the one dealing with a chick. He wasn't with a chick at the time. So we say, oh, all right, you know what? I say, you know what, bro? I'll take this one for the team. If, you know, he's bringing a chick for you, that's cool, right? Even though I didn't want to be around Shorty anymore. It was too much. It was becoming too much. So he goes, yeah, this girl's my sister. I said, I'm like, the man them selling his sister? So he's like, yeah, she's gonna like you. You'll like her. I said, oh, wow, this is really happening. So he's very adamant about his sister, this, that, and the third. So I said, all right, you know what? I said, look, let us go to the Airbnb, let us regroup, and then we will meet with y'all at whatever club we go to. They was like, why don't we just go with y'all to the Airbnb and y'all could go change and do what y'all do, and then we go to the club together. I'm like, no, we will meet y'all there. I'm not trying to bring y'all to the Airbnb. Because first of all, this girl been scared to go to the Airbnb for the last 20 years. Why would we go now? Bet. So I'm like, even though, you know, I'm chilling with Shorty and all that, I don't trust everybody like that. I ain't bringing y'all to the Airbnb like that. All right, bet. So we go, we change, and me and my homie like, dang, would we be flaw if we just blocked them and just not went? And then my homeboy's like, nah, let's not do that, you know. And I was like, plus he said he got a girl for you, that might work out good for you. I know my chick, she's an L. Like, she's so nervous, she barely could, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wildin', nervous, whatever her situation was, right? Mind you, this is a chick who's posting bikini pictures on social media, on her WhatsApp story. So I'm like, and then while we're talking on video, she was not shy, not nervous. We laughed a lot together and all that. Anyways, fast forward. I swear I'm trying to speed this story up. Fast forward, I get my other homie that lives in DR, plus my boy that was with me. We go to this club and we say, hey, meet us here. So here I'm looking, I say, wow, it's gonna be the sister's husband, her, and they're supposed to be bringing his sister as well. That's 4 people. And then my boy, he's Dominican, so I'm like, am I gonna have to pay for all these people to get in the club? I said, nah, brother, I don't like that. So the first club we went to, I think they said it was like 1,000 peso to get in. And I said, I don't mind paying that for myself, but I am not paying that for 5 different people to get in. Not gonna happen, you dig? I am not doing it. So I say, we just gonna have to go somewhere else. We told them, and they say they got a club that's in the barrio right there. So I say, I think that would be dope to actually go to a club that's like in the hood in DR. I think that'll be worth it, you know, so I could experience that. And they live in that barrio, right? So we get there. I'm already kind of weirded out because they drove to the mall. Now all of a sudden they don't have a car. I'm like, they jump in a car with us. I said, I thought y'all had a car. Oh my God. I'm like, what is happening? All right, whatever. So the club was like 2 minutes away. I swear they could have walked. So we get to the club. A bunch of people posted out front. We get in there. So I'm like, all right, she finna turn up. We got a bottle. I got a bottle. You know, we handing out drinks. The Miss Shy, she said she don't drink. Cool. She said she'll get a beer. Got her a beer. So I said maybe she'll, I don't know, loosen up. Her sister's right there. She got a beer. There's music, Dominican music playing. Maybe she'll loosen up. Does she loosen up? No. I looked at the sister's husband. Now, mind you, I'm looking around the club. I'm like, biddies everywhere. Some like chicks everywhere. I'm like, I'm telling my homeboy, I'm like, bro, this is a L. But I'm like, all right, it's just one night. So I say to the sister's husband, I said, yo, I don't think she liked me. He's like, nah, she likes you. What are you talking? She likes you. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't think she likes me. So he told the sister, and the sister and them, they came to me. He's like, well, she really likes you a lot. She's just very nervous and shy. She's very shy. And she's from the campo. She doesn't go out. She doesn't get out the house. She's very shy. So I'm like, that's cool and that's cute and all. But I'm like, man, I'm on vacation, bro. Like, she's killing my vibe. Like, I never been in this situation, bro, where someone is quote unquote so shy. And I'm a laid back kind of guy a lot of times. So, all right. So after saying all that, right, you know, her sister is talking to her a little bit, Anyways, fast forward. It's time to leave. We get the bill. I pay the bill by myself, of course. We leave, right? Let me see if y'all can see what's going on here, man. They out here playing soccer, you dig? Just get a little bit of that soccer real quick before we continue. They out here getting it in. All right, so look. So we leave the club. There's people out front selling like little street food. Like, I said, all right. I told my other homie that live in DR, he live in Santo Domingo. I said, look, we're gonna buy them some food and we're gonna dip. It's still kind of a little bit early where I could line something else up, right? So they like, yeah, they hungry. So I said, I got y'all. We're gonna buy y'all some, get whatever y'all want from right here. So a man them said, oh, you know, they don't want to eat there. they know a place that's like 5 minutes away. Let's get in the car and go to the. I say, come on, bro. I want to go home. So they're really adamant about they don't want to eat right there. My homie was like, man, who cares what they want? Like, not my homie that was with me, the Dominican homie. He's like, man, who cares what they want, man? Like, you took them out, showed them a good time, man. Let's get out of here, man. He's like, man, I'll have McDonald's. I'm like, me too. I don't care. I'm drunk. I'll take some McDonald's right now. Oh, by the way, I left an important part. I left a part out. When we left the club, right, and we outside and we doing all this talking about what we're gonna eat, I say to the group, I say, hold on, I gotta use the bathroom. I'm gonna go back inside. And the reason I wanted to go back inside, because I seen a girl that I wanted to get her number. So I went inside, used the bathroom real quick. The bottle girl that brought the bottles, I said, hey, what's good? Like, da 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 da. I said, I forgot what I said. But at the end, I was like, let me get your phone number, you know? And she was like, all right. And then she gave me her WhatsApp, right? So bet. I said, So I felt a little better. I said, all right, bet. So at least I was able to bag something before I left. So anyways, a little sidetrack. So we say, all right, we're going to go to this spot, right? So we go to the spot to sit down. I was like, man, the night's done. So we ordering food. This food take all of 30 minutes to come out. And we sitting there. I was like, all right, the night's done. So everybody ordering their food and stuff. And mind you, I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to pay for this too, right? Cool, which is cool. It's all good. I'm having when I'm on vacation, I'm having a good time. I ain't thinking about money right now, right? As long as I ain't like paying for nothing, like as far as like boxing nothing. But no, we just having some food. All right, cool. And I figure it's a nice gesture, you know. They don't really get out like that. So I said, I feel good being able to provide, you know, everybody having a good time, right? Bet. It comes time to pay the bill. They don't accept card. The club for the bottle and everything, they didn't accept card. I'm like, I don't think I ever been to a club, don't take card, but it's in the barrio, right? So I used all my cash at that club for the bottles or whatever. So now we at the food spot, they don't take card. Nobody ain't got cash. My Dominican homie say, you gonna take me to the ATM? I said, oh Lord, ATM at 3 a.m. So we go to the ATM, I'm mad nervous. Get the cash, come back, pay, go home. I said, what the hell? So as it's time to leave and we dropping them off, her sister even looking at her like, you gonna stay with him? And she looking like, I'm acting like I don't hear it or I don't see it. Because at this point, I don't care. I just want to go home. I'm tired. So she get out the car, and her sister, like, you know, like, you could tell her sister's like, man, go, like at least, like, give him a kiss or something. Like, you know, she's saying, like, give him a kiss or something. And then she's like, you know, they're coming out the backseat, like, oh, da-da-da-da-da. He's way over there, da-da-da-da-da. So they end up leaving. Just like that. But I could tell, like, even her sister was trying to push her, like, yo, like, show the man some love, like, you know what I'm saying? And she was looking all nervous. Cool, all right, we'll give her that. So at this point, I'm like, man, I'm done. So I enjoy the rest of we have a blast the rest of the trip. Don't think I'm not having fun outside of that, right? So we have a blast. The last night, I was gonna go out to this spot, but all the spots were closed because it was like a holiday or something, right? And I didn't know that. So I'm like, dang. So I invited some chicks over. They wasted our time, kicked them out. Cool. This chick, I was like, dang, I did all this, and I'm like, she wasted my whole time here. And my plans didn't fall through with the other chicks. So I threw it out to her. I said, do you want to sleep over? It's my last night. I just threw it out. Cause I'm like, if she sleep over last night, you know, maybe it'll break the nerves from her. You know, we're gonna be laying down in bed. You know, maybe it'll break everything. So boom, she said, yeah. I said, oh wow. You know, cause she was scared to come to the Airbnb before. It was the last night. But tell me why she's still acting all nervous when she gets there. I'm like, this is not happening. She come there, we sat in the living room for a little bit. She acting weird again. I said, yo, let's go to the room. So we lay down. You know, I go to like kiss her. She's like mute, like you could just tell she's nervous, bro. It's mad uncomfortable. And I just stopped because I'm like, I'm not going, I ain't gonna force the issue. So I kissed her like one time. She like tensed up. I was like, man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. After that, I was like, dang, so you good? I asked her, I was like, you okay? You good? She's like, yeah. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to like kiss you, da 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 da. Oh, I'm just, I'm shy. I've never done this. Like, not that she's a V or anything. It's just that she just say like she don't be outside like that, right? Man, when I tell you, I say, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. I fell asleep. Fast forward, next day, and mind you, I kept waking up in the middle of the night because I'm like, I'm having bad, like, I'm apparently like just not comfortable because I'm like, what's her, does she have an ulterior motive? Like she trying to rob me or something? Was she playing the long game or is she trying to wait till I sleep and like bring some gang inside? Like, I'm like, that'll make more sense than the way she was acting, but nah. So I wake up the next day and she's like, oh, you were having nightmares because I guess I kept jumping and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm having dreams that you like robbing me or something because I really can't wrap my head around how you're acting. Like I've been around nervous women before. Like this was a different level beyond nervousness. I don't know what was going on. So I sent her on her way with an Uber. That was it. I ain't even try to kiss her before she left. I was like, she's an L. She's an LLL times a million. But I had a good trip. I had a good time. It was just those little moments was an L. All right, boom. So when I get back, she tried to call me like nothing happened. I'm like, kind of like moving different. Like I'm ignoring her calls, this and that. So she's like, oh, you've been different. I'm like, shorty, did you live out the same experience that I did? Like, did you see what happened? And I was like, listen, man, I know I'm only there for a short period of time, but we talked on video for hours every day before I got there. So if anything, that should have made you comfortable with me. So she's like, oh, if you were just looking for, for box, like clap cheeks, if you were just looking for that, I'm not that type of girl. I said, it's not about that. I say, it's the fact that I'm giving you like girlfriend treatment and I'm not getting boyfriend treatment basically. And she's like, well, I take things very slow and I'm not just gonna sleep with somebody I just met. I'm like, shorty, we talked on video for weeks, for like 2 weeks straight. Like, and I told you on video, one of the main things I like doing is hooking up, intimacy, and you agreed. I'm like, you're acting like this is weird. I'm like, this is like, you know what I'm saying? This is taking things slow. First day you came, you was acting all weird. I didn't cut you off. The next time, I didn't cut you off. Then I offered you to sleep over. I'm like, all right, ain't no chick gonna come and sleep over and not, you know what I'm saying? And so she's like, oh, wow, wow. I'm just like, man, listen, I ain't got no hard feelings. It's just, listen, man, I might be a little bit, it's gonna sound weird because I'm the type of guy, I like a woman that's not too experienced, right? But I'm like, I might just be a little bit too advanced for you, I guess, which is weird because I like a chick that don't have a lot of, man, I've been with chicks that only had like one boyfriend in their lifetime and stuff like that, and it ain't act like that, bro. So anyways, she was still texting me every day. Oh, really? Are you really gonna stop talking to me for that? I'm like, listen, we could be friends. We could be cool, but I'm not gonna talk to you the same how I was once upon a time. So she moves back to the campo because she gives me this whole story how she needs to move back because her and her sister are fighting. That was another thing, like she had issues with her sister, right? So boom. So she's telling me these stories how, things have gotten really bad and she doesn't want to leave because she doesn't want to leave the job, this, that, and the third. I'm sitting there like, man, I don't care. So she literally moves back to campus. She calls me on video. She makes me to meet her mom, all this stuff. And I'm like, whoop-de-doo, bro. Like, we could be cool, but we're not that, bro. Like, it's not happening, right? And y'all gonna say I'm being too nice because I'm like, I could have blocked her, right? But I just kept it cool. I'll be at work chilling. Like, I don't mind having a little convo, but it's not that. Like, it's not gonna be that. So, anywho, eventually, I stopped talking to her completely. I was like, I can't do this. Reliving how she did it is making me upset. So, boom. I didn't bring the light. So, all right, boom. So I stopped talking to her completely. Mind you, she kept reiterating that she's not one of these girls that's looking for money and it's just a guy to take care of her. She's a good girl. Things could be good. She just needs time. I say, I don't have time. I'm in Florida. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time. So I guess once she realized it was all said and done, like I was really, really done for real, like she let like 2 weeks go by. And you know what this girl does? She says, well, me and my mom are trying to start a business and we was wondering if you could help. I said, help with what? Oh, if you could just help us start the business. I'm like, what exactly do you need? Help starting the business. I'm like, what precisely are you looking for? Just some help to start the business. I'm like, are you looking for money? Because not the girl who told me a million times that she ain't looking, that she don't want money. I'm like, is that what you're saying? Oh, just some help. I'm like, bro, I can't deal. I just stopped talking to her. I'm like, I don't know what's up with Shorty. Shorty is weird, son. Mad weird, son. So, I don't know the moral of this story. Shorty wasted so much time. A lot of cats and a lot of us, we say get a chick from the campo. But I'm here to tell you, not everybody from the campo is a W. There's still a lot of L's there. You still got to vet correctly. You still got to pay attention to red flags and all that good stuff, right? Don't get me wrong. Before y'all say it in the comments, I'll say it for you. I ignored a lot of red flags and proceeded, and I wasn't even trying to wife her. I just was trying to have a cool, consistent person that I don't have to give no money to. That's just cool. Because I wasn't giving her any money. It was just vibes, right? Obviously, I spent money when we went out to eat and stuff like that. Yeah, that's just being a man. So that's all, I like to have, like, stuff that I ain't got to pay for, right? So that's just a little one-off story. If anybody could take anything from it, chicks from the Campbells are not always W's, man. And pay attention to how you treat chicks and pay attention to red flags, man. Pay attention, man. And then now, because I still have her number saved, now I see her posting 5 times again on the story. So she literally unblocks me from the story, which is wild. It's your boy Vacation Time with Ryan, man. If you want more stories and more stuff like this, I got some real good ones that I'm actually scared to tell because, it's some people that I know watch my channel. I don't want to, put them out there. But respectfully, boy Vacation Time with Ryan, man. Thanks, man. If you like story time, talk to me in the comments. Leave a like, share whatever. I appreciate y'all, man. If you need to link me up, Vacation Time with Ryan on Instagram or KS905 on Instagram, KS905 TV on Instagram. You can hit me in the DM. I respond. Join the Facebook group. I have a private Telegram group that you can join as well. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. I know it's a long one, but I'm glad if you made it this far, drop a 100 in the chat so I know you made it to the end. Peace. Full disclaimer, this is just a personal experience. This does not reflect a representation of Dominican women or any women in the world. All women are amazing.